We want to bring you back now to one of the other top stories that we're following this morning, the deadly shooting at a California high school. Our David Begnaud spoke with two sisters who witnessed the shooting.
I just started crying hysterically because I saw.
We opened the car door, she got in, and then she just jumped on me in the back seat, and then I held her for like a good minute or two, and we were both just crying and just relieved that we were finally together.
And now we want to take you to Saugus High School in Santa Clarita, California. That is where CBS This Morning lead national correspondent David Begnaud is standing by. David, as I understand it, you've been out there touching base with some of the people in the community. You know, I know they haven't had a lot of time to let this sort of all sink in, but what are you hearing from people?
Well, what we're seeing is we went to a vigil last night and there were just students sort of sitting alone by themselves, just kind of looking out into the distance and crying. Parents and pastors consoling the kids and asking them if they needed to talk. So, you know, every detail is not yet known, but there's a lot that people already know that they're trying to process. And, you know, parents are trying to figure out, you know, whether to put their 14-year-old in therapy starting today based on what they saw, and maybe not only what they saw, but just what they heard. You know, you don't have to be shot. You don't have to see someone shot to be traumatized by what happened. And so just being here at the school and having to literally run for your life is understandably a traumatic experience.
David, I'm curious because when incidents like this happen in communities, you know, every community reacts differently. I'm wondering what the overriding emotion has been. Is it sadness? Is it anger? Is it defiance? Is it fear? What are you getting?
Well, if you go to the churches, it is resilience and it is hope. If you talk to the parents, it is fear and questioning. If you talk to the students, it tends to be a unabashed resilience and determination to not be broken.
I know it's early. Just very quickly, do we know anything about the suspect at all? I know it was his birthday.
It was his birthday, which really further begs the question of why he would have done this in the first place. The FBI has talked to his mother and his girlfriend. His father, we're told, passed away about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. There's some reporting that he may have been involved in the Boy Scouts in the past, that he was involved in the cross-country team here at the school. He apparently was dressed in all black, stood in one position, used a handgun, pulled the handgun from a backpack, and from the moment he pulled the handgun to the moment he fired the last shot in his own body, it took just 16 seconds. Now, I'm talking to you, it's 4:30 in the morning here on the West Coast, and this area is still a crime scene. There are a couple of candles, flowers, some balloons, police cars still lined up. So it's still very much an active investigation, and the gunman, as of this hour, is still alive.
All right, as I understand it, you know, he sustained quite a significant injury, self-inflicted, as you pointed out. David, thank you very much.